Motegi, a wheel brand that's been around for a while now, but has recently been making quite a few waves when it comes to some new releases that they've had. One of them being the Motegu Battle VI, which we have right here. We're going to be taking a look at today. Well, in Martini Works Unbox, where we do just that, we take a look at the products that we offer on the Martini Works website to kind of go into them a little bit more, give you all the details that you need to know if you're looking at a set of wheels, maybe a set of tires, some suspension, performance parts, whatever it might be, so you can make a more informed decision when you add those products to your cart, so they don't show up to your door and you're disappointed with what you're getting. You know exactly what you're looking at. And today, like I said, we're taking a look at the Motegu Battle VI. And I gotta say, this wheel looks absolutely incredible. So, if you're familiar with the Motegi brand, you'll know that they have a few different battle options out there. The Battle VI being derived from the Battle V, which was a 5-spoke version of this wheel. Essentially what they did is just added an additional spoke to it, making it a 6-spoke wheel with a bunch of concavity, the bowl cut center, and this looks absolutely incredible. A bunch of details added throughout the wheel here in terms of engraving of the size on the actual lip of the wheel, some flow form engraving, Motegi engraving, and then I absolutely love the engraving or machining around the lip of the wheel and separating that color and adding a nice bit of contrast. You get the Battle VI logo over here, the Motegi logo on the lip out here. This is something that we've been seeing more and more wheel brands do in the last year or so, and I think it looks really, really good. Something a bit new, a bit different, and I love seeing it spread across multiple brands here. I think it looks incredible. Now, this wheel specifically was derived from taking the Battle V, like I said, which was more of a drift-focused wheel, to kind of evolving it to almost an all-around motorsports capable wheel. Adding that 6-spoke added a bunch more structural integrity to the overall design of the wheel. 6-spoke wheels being some of the most popular and most common when it comes to doing that kind of thing. If you look at the RPF1, for instance, the reason that wheel is so successful is because of the spoke layout of it and because it has essentially 6 spokes to it. So when you look at something like the Battle VI here, that's exactly why they did what they did. Boom! Now you notice a difference between this one specifically, especially in the actual hub of the wheel compared to some of the other Battle designs. You'll notice that those have what they call sight holes, or the additional holes in between the actual lug holes here. Now sometimes that's done to save weight, sometimes that's done to better take the wheel on and off of the hub. But the reason that they went with just the single drilled, essentially, hub on here with no sight holes is that because they can offer this then in a 4-lug option, which I think getting something like an 18-inch 4-lug option in 2025 is super rare. Thank you, Motegi, for doing that, because the reason that they did it is because the designer at Motegi knows the struggle of finding 4-lug wheels, 4240SXs and things like that, and how much of a pain in the butt that can be, especially nowadays. So, still offering a 4-lug 18-inch option, 2025, I think is super killer. Construction on these are going to be flow form construction, putting it into their flow form lineup of wheels, meaning essentially you have a cast majority, like the face of the wheel, and then the barrel is forged out into its final shape. That doing so creates two things. It creates a stronger barrel, allows for the use of less overall material, and it also gives you a better strength to weight ratio, which is why you'll see lighter weight wheels being flow formed wheels. So we do have our scale here. We're gonna go ahead and take a weight on one of these. Just something that we always like to do. So right here, we have the Motegi Battle VI. I wanna get the size on this one, which I can actually just look at the front and it'll tell me because it's engraved into there. 18 by 9.5. Let's go ahead and throw this on here. Coming in at 22.8 pounds. That's not too shabby. Coming in a little bit lighter than some Koenigs, a little bit lighter than some of the Kanseis out there. Again, thanks to that flow form construction. And that being paired with a 1,560 pound load rating puts this in a pretty decent category overall. That being said, I think it checks out for both the weight and the strength of this wheel. Now, size offerings of the Motegi Battle VI, you're gonna be looking at 18 and 19-inch diameters with widths ranging from 8.5 to 10.5 inches. So overall, pretty standard sizing when it comes to these wheels right now. Like I mentioned, 4x114.3 is a huge plus for those that are still rocking some 4-lug wheels. And common 5-lug options like your 5x100, 5x114.3, and so on are gonna be available for these wheels. Now, one thing I've come to love about the newer Motegi wheels is the finish options that these things come in, and more specifically, the names of them. Right here, we have that like metallic gunmetal gray, or as they call the Gunzilla gray, which is probably the wildest name for a paint scheme I've ever heard of. But we also have other ones like Matsuri White Pearl, Matte Blackbird Metallic, and then they couldn't stick to just 3 finishes because they got a sample of this one right here. They said it was so good that they had to offer a 4th bonus finish, which is of course that cherry red metallic. And I wanted to pick this one out because this thing just looks so freaking good. It's almost like a candy red, the way that the light hits this. I would imagine out in the sun that this color goes absolutely crazy. I love seeing bright colors on wheels again, specifically red wheels. I feel like a thing of a past a little bit. They were really popular a few years ago, kind of died out, but hopefully we see a bit of a resurgence of them because I think they look good on the right build. Red wheels are a bit tough to pull off, so I get why companies don't do it a lot, but on the right build, they go really good. Overall, I love seeing new stuff come out of Motegi. We've reviewed a few wheels here recently on Martini Works Unboxed as we've got them in and got them uploaded to the website. So I absolutely love the stuff that they're coming out with. I think they're coming out swinging. They're making waves in the aftermarket wheel scene right now, and we'll see what they come out in the near future. So I think this wheel checks out. I think it looks absolutely killer. I love the finish options. Comes in at a good weight. Got some good ratings on it as far as the load ratings and things like that. And most importantly, I think they come in at a relatively really good price. $1,348 per set starting out, and then topping out at $1,548. So giving you that great intermediate price point, falling right in line with things like Enkei, Koenig, Kansei, all of those hitters. I think these have a really good place in that lineup and offering a pretty budget-friendly, motorsport-oriented wheel that looks killer. So if you want to go ahead and check these wheels out for yourself, make sure to do so over at Martini Works. And of course, subscribe to the Martini Works Unboxed channel so you don't miss more content like this.